My sister-in-law called my daughter tacky for having a baby shower, and that she should stop begging for presents, so I threw her out. I have a daughter. She is currently 26 weeks pregnant with her second child, a girl. Her first child, Philip, was stillborn 2 years ago at 38 weeks. When she lost him, she asked us to take apart the nursery before she got home and get rid of the baby equipment. She'd had a baby shower for Philip when she was pregnant, but her grief around his death was so strong that she couldn't handle having the nursery and baby things. We offered to return the baby shower gifts to the givers, most kindly refused and asked us to donate the items, except my husband's sister, Rachel. Rachel is infertile and never had children. My daughters were already tween teenagers, 11 and 13, when my husband and I married, and he has no biological children of his own. She's never liked it that the only kids her brother got were another man's. I've robbed her parents of having real grandchildren, blah blah. She made a huge deal out of my daughter being hysterical and constantly loudly talked about how ridiculous it was to take apart the nursery. We kept her away from my daughter and only allowed her to return to family functions when she promised to stop bringing it up. We recently held a baby shower for my daughter's new baby girl. Rachel was invited. She kept making quiet remarks to everyone that we were tacky for having a baby shower for a second child, but since she didn't get near my daughter, I ignored it. When my daughter began opening gifts, it hit the fan. She loudly said, "If you hadn't torn Philip's nursery apart and gotten rid of everything, you wouldn't be here begging for presents for this baby." My daughter froze and just stared off into space. Tears started running down her face. I just said, "Rachel, please leave." She refused and started arguing with me. I took her present out of the pile, walked to the door, and threw it out. I yelled, "Get out, now!" And my husband came into the room and asked what happened. His mom told him, and he physically picked up his sister and put her down outside the door. Now the family is divided over whether I should have yelled at her to get out and thrown her present. Update: we had a family meeting, without Rachel, while my daughters and their partners are away at Hot Springs this weekend. The meeting went well. My husband and I gave a brief summary of what happened, backed up by witnesses. The relatives that couldn't make the shower are now aware of what happened. The family consensus is that Rachel is unequivocally to blame and should not be allowed to be around my daughters or their kids. Other people in the family brought up issues they've had with her in the past along similar lines, especially involving pregnancy and kids. Rachel will no longer be included in large family gatherings. Those who want to continue a relationship with her will do so on their own, and have been informed that advocating for Rachel to be forgiven and included, or feeding her information about me, my husband, or our kids and grandchildren will result in us going no contact with them as well. My mother-in-law has apologized profusely for making the remarks about being sad that she won't have both of her children under her roof for the holidays anymore. We have accepted her apology because her feelings are valid and this is sad for her. We found out this morning from a cousin that apparently Rachel also criticized us for having a funeral and burial for Philip, because it wasn't like anyone actually got to bond with him. We never knew that, or she would have never been allowed to apologize and come near our little part of the family again.